this for Mind Your Bap?
Yeah, this is Mind Your Bap.
We're going to do.
Do you want me to? I don't mind.
Absolutely. Is it running, isn't it?
Yeah, this is literally on mine. Yeah, I know. I feel really weird not being the other side bossing you about.
Yeah. You love the bossy bit, don't you? You love bossing.
I do like bossing people about.
Nicky never mentions it.
I'm sure.
Welcome back, everyone.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Robbie, and together we are.
Mind Your Bap. I had to actually think about that. Not used to that.
You did it with your wrong hand.
Oh, we have it this way.
Yeah, but it's your first time.
Yes, but I'd punch you with my diamond. That would be quite.
She's threatened to punch me on numerous occasions because usually Sarah is behind the camera.
Yeah, I do feel a bit awkward. I'm the other side of the lens here. I'm usually telling you off and Marty and telling you your cues. So, yes.
If you're watching the video, sometimes you might see me and Marty look over here or over there.
I'm probably giving them a stern look. Yeah.
Just, do your resting Sarah face.
I don't have a resting Sarah face. I'm so embarrassed. It's going to be as red, the same colour as my top here.
Which it doesn't do that a lot actually behind the camera. Sarah, so we were chatting earlier on just about something that's very close to your heart and something that when we talked about it was absolutely pertinent to what we're trying to do in this journey with people and talking about mental health, but we're talking about that journey to mental strength, I think. So what are we going to talk about today?
So this is actually, it was my New Year's resolution for this year, and now we're coming to the end of the year. I've been reflecting about it quite a lot, and that is learning to love yourself. It's just self-love, improving your self-esteem, basically.
Yeah.
And I sort of have a few tips which I've learned from therapy and also a few other licensed therapists on YouTube, which I will link down there so you can check it out yourselves. So it's just 7 tips of how to sort of learn to love yourself, basically. Yeah,
and having discussed this with you earlier, it's not the traditional form of someone leveling and saying, you love yourself. Because you can,
yeah,
you think
feel
you're
quite guilty about that phrase, or like it's like self-validation. You can feel a bit like,
yeah, and probably there's the reluctance in some people to actually to want to love themselves or to value any part of their how they look or how you speak or the character. But I understand, having traversed a little bit of the journey in mental health conversations, why it is so important to love yourself and to be comfortable in your own skin, because I think it's impossible to be able to love others and support others if you don't love yourself.
Yeah, I don't think it reflects out to people's relationships you have with other people. Yeah,
but the type of love and loving yourself that we're going to talk about today is quite specific and it's really good. So there's 7 points to it, guys. So do you want to kick off with?
Yeah, so it's all about your inner dialogue, sort of how you talk to yourself. Like, I'm not saying that we're all crazy, but we all do talk to ourselves. We're just going about our day.
Yeah.
So the first one is to recognise that your beliefs are not actually facts, like especially negative things. If you're saying you're not good enough, or if you're in work saying I'm not a good enough manager, I'm not very good in this authority figure sort of thing. Like, it's a belief, it's not necessarily a fact. Like, one thing that's really good is to sort of look for hard evidence. And 99% of the time you're not going to find it. It's just something you've manifested in your head.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's important to combat that at its earliest stage, because there's a wee thing called self-fulfilling prophecy that I was made aware of a number of years ago. And that is, if you believe a lie about yourself, you believe it to be, it actually will manifest, because what you'll actually do is you'll take yourself into circumstances where it will become the truth. So for instance,
it's almost setting yourself up for failure sort of thing.
Absolutely, setting yourself up for failure. So from my perspective, thinking back to football and playing football, I'll be honest, I wasn't a great footballer, but I wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
And I could have been better than I was had I have had a little bit more belief. But I listened to people say, he's weak, he's not a good footballer. I was going to say CRAP out.
Keep it PG.
Keep it PG.
Yeah.
What time's the score? At 7 PM or 9 PM? Okay, so but I allowed that, so I know the games that I played, that my performance was directly affected by how I believed or that I perceived my ability. And then I had good games, maybe where I was more relaxed, and then I have to contrast that and say, well, I must add some ability, but at certain times I didn't believe it, didn't I?
It's all to do with your mindset going into it.
To do with the mindset, absolutely, yeah. What about yourself?
It's something that I've definitely worked on this year, and I think towards the later half this year I've gotten much better because I'm more conscious and aware of it. Because I would have just been like very anxious and going to myself, oh, I can't do this, everybody's looking at me, they can see that I'm nervous, and it is all in your head. Like, people can't really tell if you're running these negative thoughts through your head.
And therefore, the first point is you have to recognise that just because you have a thought.
Yes, it's recognising it, acknowledging it, and then discarding it or just letting it go away. That's actually the Headspace app that you mentioned.
Yes.
That's really good for tackling that issue. Actually, there's actually a few guided meditations literally on that topic, which are really, really good. I started using them and I find that's really helped me.
Very good, very good. And the brain is something we can't train.
Yes.
We can redefine those neural pathways. It's got all technical and big words here. Second one, sir.
Which is literally what we were talking about, is notice your self-talk and work to change it.
It's more or less what we've said
Yes.
in that. So it's so if you, it's like we talked about, if you tell yourself a lie enough in the self-fulfilling prophecy, the opposite is also the truth. Whereas if you tell yourself, if you want to program your brain, you got to think positively, and it will become the truth. And it will manifest itself here. It will manifest itself in the habits that you have, I would say. And your sleep pattern and all of those things will become directly affected by the change here, which can be directed by yourself. So basically what we're saying is that you can direct, you've charged your brain, and it's about planting that thought, planting good seeds. Planting good seeds, yeah.
So the third one is, this is one that I find useful and recommended, is something that can really help your sort of inner dialogue or your self-esteem, is taking pride in your appearance. I know that some people might automatically think of it the feminine sort of way, but it is just something that is, I know when I'm really down, I just even struggle to sort of take a shower. Like, I just couldn't be bothered. I'm like, what's the point? You know, it's sort of like you don't want to get out of bed, you just don't want to get up and start. But if you actually take that little time longer, you know, to sort of make yourself feel good, you know, outwardly, it just boosts your confidence, and you know, you feel better about yourself, and you're not putting yourself down, you're not looking at yourself going, oh, I look a bit rough, you know.
I totally get it, and I get why you would say that it's maybe it could be construed as in the feminine, but in terms of the masculine, absolutely applicable. So a wee beard. If it gets a bit long and grubby looking, I might not necessarily be. I might be more anxious. My mood might be lower. So I know, as saying here, I would take better care of myself and have more pride in myself in the good moments. When my head's good, and when my mood would be lower, I probably, as you say, take a little bit less care in and around shaving. I might skip a shower, and just generally not even dress. Maybe be more untidy in the dress. So sometimes like today I'm wearing a shirt and trousers and shoes. Some days I might, if I think I can get away with it, my mood's low enough, maybe wear a pair of jeans and sort of just say, well, this is the truth. But if you tidy yourself and you put the other clothes on, actually that might just shift you in that day.
It does,
Yeah.
And then the fourth one, which is something I have been doing a lot working on, is actually noticing how you think about other people, because often your perception on other people is actually a reflection on how you think about yourself. So it's actually encouraging you to sort of have a good social circle, you know, surround yourself with your family and friends who actually have the best interests at heart for you, that kind of thing. It's being kind to others, and you're going to get that back. It's sort of, you know, what you put out is what you sort of getting. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Agree. We said about a couple of weeks ago, Sarah, about if you want to have a friend, you got to be a friend.
Yes.
Something like that. And deeper than that, and this is what. So what you're saying here at the start of it is notice how you think about others, or what you think of others can often be a reflection of your inner self, and I think that comes down to judgment at times, and poor judgment maybe. And there's another old saying that's shared with me, and we often tar others with our own brush. So if you're a worrier, you might think that everybody worries, or if you're down and depressed, when you look at people, you might see them as down and depressed, but they're possibly not. But you can infect them. But you can. So we can either infect negatively or we can infect positively. And I think it's just really important. It's important to me that if I spend time with people that I can energise them, because I get my energy from other people. So I like this one actually. I really like this one.
I suppose it also sort of connects to sort of being introvert, extrovert, that kind of thing. Knowing when you want to.
Yeah, you're an extrovert and I'm an introvert for sure.
Oh yeah, that's how it goes. But what I was actually just thinking about there is we can all be our toughest critics. I know I beat myself up quite a lot.
Oh, I've heard you do it.
Judge myself, even editing these previous podcasts, I'd be like, oh, that's not good enough or whatever. And I don't know, you can be quite harsh on yourself, and then you put that out to other people and you're not giving them a break.
I think that's a big contributor to poor mental health.
Yes, and that's what I mean about then it's bad inner talk, inner dialogue, and you're just putting yourself down.
Yeah.
It all does connect, like you said in your very first one, those connections.
Absolutely, yeah. Number 5, own your faults and be kind to yourself when you mess up. You're only human. Okay, I'm going to do a wee short one with this one. Really love this because I think that of a day, if I make 3 mistakes, that's out. If I make 3 mistakes a day, it's a good day. I actually don't have much of a problem with making mistakes because I have accepted long ago that Robbie Butler is going to make quite a few mistakes, and it's really important to own up, because if you don't own up to them, that is an albatross around your neck, and it will grind. It'll grind
on your shoulders.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important to know there's not one person who's perfect. Not one person will get everything right, and to achieve anything in life, you've got to break a few eggs. You're going to bake a cake.
Yeah.
You're going to bust a few eggs. So, no, that one. I think it's really important that if you're doing something, whether it's an exam, whether it's a cup final, relationship, all of these things can naturally break down. And if it is your fault, own up early, put your hands up.
Yeah.
If you didn't study hard enough, if you didn't go to enough training, or you weren't attentive enough to your partner, whatever that is, be man or woman enough to own up, and that'll help you. That'll help you fundamentally. It'll also help the other person. But I get that one.
Yeah, the next one I really relate to is stop comparing yourself to others. I find this maybe it's just also my age and my generation thing. You've left school, you're getting your career, you're getting your home, and you see on social media, oh, they've got a lovely big house now, they're getting their forever job, they're married, they've got kids. But everybody does go at their own pace, and you do need to remember that. It is comparing yourself to others. And
well, I'm going to take your advice here, because you're nearly 20 years older than me. So I take that on board. I really appreciate it, sir, because for me just starting out in life, but that's all joking aside, that is society today. So what we do is we compare. We see the man or woman in the street with the big car.
Yeah.
We see them in the big houses and it looks great. Truth about it is, you have no idea what they have to do to get it. None of us. So we all compare. I do it. I see people maybe driving a Range Rover or a nice new Audi or something, or I look at it and I don't envy them, but I admire it. So I admire it and I aspire to.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know that the bad bit of that is we compare unfavourably at times. Perhaps we feel less than if we don't have.
Yeah, that's the thing, especially if you're scrolling for social media. I find that at times when comparing, I'm not as good as someone, so it's never vice versa. I feel bad if it was but you know what I mean? It's putting yourself down again,
Well, tell you, do you know something, that one here, there's a brilliant image, and hopefully it'll come up on the screen, and basically what it is a guy in a car, and he's a choice to either look left or right. And if he looks to the right, he sees a guy in a sports car, and he envies this guy because he's comparing to that. But if he chooses to look to his left, he'll see a guy in a motorbike who's in the rain. And if he chooses to look to the left, he'll actually be grateful that he's in a car that's dry. If he looks to his right, he envies the guy in the sports car. Now the guy on the motorbike can look right and envy the guy in the car, but then he has to look left and he sees a guy walking in the rain, and he's glad that he's not walking in the rain. So absolutely. So when you compare yourself, which we all do, make sure you compare yourself to the left and the right.
Yeah.
And be satisfied, because trust me, you're good. There's plenty good about you. I don't even know who other people are watching this, but I've met enough people to know that in every single one of us, there's good.
Yeah.
And some of us just hide it too much. Bog ourselves down with too much baggage. Number 7.
And then the last one is make amends, which probably the best example is never go to bed on an argument. That's the one that my therapist definitely drove home to me. It's that, or how many people when you go to bed and you're thinking about that embarrassing thing you did the other day, or I don't know, something in the past, you can't go back in time and change it. Make amends, in your head and go, that's what it was. Maybe take a lesson from it, learn from it, but most importantly, move on.
Absolutely. I think it's important to remember there's two parts to that. Moving on is grand, however, keep short accounts. Keep short accounts with people. So if you've done something wrong, if you've messed up, ask for forgiveness. If it doesn't come, at least you've asked. You still have the ability to move on. Put the whip away. Don't be whipping yourself over stuff that I know some people who will they have a trait where they'll
play it over and over.
Oh, they'll play it over and over and whip themselves. And it holds them back from living a fulfilled and enjoyable life. So once you've asked for forgiveness, you have to move on and keep short accounts with people, because these are big connections. So we have a responsibility. Our mental health can be, whilst we have a responsibility to love ourselves, we have to be aware of the impact that we have on others and the impact that others have on us. So keep short accounts with people. We're not beholden to them. However, we want to have a good impact with them, and if you've done something wrong, you've made a mistake, own up. Yeah. And similarly, the converse, what do we do if someone has hurt us? How do we deal with that?
If someone's hurt us?
Yeah.
I think don't hold a grudge.
Yeah.
I know I can be the worst at holding a grudge at times, and it's holding yourself accountable for that and realising you're doing that, and then letting that person apologise and accepting it, just don't be like, oh, but you didn't bring it up, the next time you have a wee falling out or something. Yeah,
absolutely. There are things that we can hold responsibility for, and that's our actions. If it's somebody else and the apology isn't even forthcoming, do you know something? It's like you said, Sarah, we'll have to let things go. Stuff that we can't control, stuff that you've no control over. If it's burdening your life, you gotta literally turn it into a balloon and let the string go. Okay. You want to do the thought for the week?
Well, I'll try and get this quote up here for you. So the thought of the week is, worry about loving yourself instead of loving the idea of other people loving you.
Awesome. Awesome. I like that. Okay, so that's it for this week, guys. So tune in next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and hope you're enjoying the journey to better mental health.
Oh, that was awful.
It wasn't?
Yeah, I just felt very
It's tough.
It is, yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll say the other side.
So now you're going to have a wee bit more sympathy for me and Marty when you're...
Oh no.
You're just going...